Hi, y'all. As you can tell from the thumbnail title, today I'm going to walk you guys through Premier's big summer sale and all of the discounts that you can expect. Look, if you are happy with what I did here, drop a comment and give me a like, subscribe to the channel. All of those things help. And I would love your feedback to know if you guys want me to do this again. This is obviously a test, my first time of showing you guys and sharing different sales on yarn brands that are really loved and popular in our community. And I would absolutely love to know if you guys want me to do this more often. So let's get into it. Premier Yarns, y'all, I love their yarn and I am so freaking excited for this. Okay. We've got Parfait XL, $5, Bloom Chenille, $3. I'm definitely adding that to my cart. This Parfait XL Sprinkles, this is dollars. Don't be fooled by this one, y'all. This has been $4 for months now. I'm not sure when it's going to end. Maybe it'll end at the conclusion of the big summer sale, which is only going for the next 3 to 4 days. What's the countdown? 3 days, 22 hours. So it's going for about the next 4 days. I don't know if it's going to end with that, but it has been on sale for a while. And I do love this yarn though. I myself grabbed some recently. This is the Hummingbird, which I love so much. And then this one is Fruit Punch. Oh my gosh, I love these. They're beautiful colors. I definitely recommend it, but I don't want you to get fooled. It is not part new of the big summer stash. This is something that they've had for a little bit. I would expect it to end sometime soon unless they're going to just go ahead and clearance these out. So if you are interested, probably go ahead and scoop it up. But just remember, after the sale ends, this might not go away. But yeah, so love that yarn, and that is part of it. I will say this Parfait XL at $5. Y'all, that is huge. That is a huge sale. I've not seen it go below $6. Usually it's going to be like 20-25% off when they do these sales. Now, I'm not a long-term customer of Premier Yarns. I discovered them within the past year and started using them. So I could be off on this. Maybe they do a sale that goes like this cheap or lower. Y'all tell me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think it is. I think this is point and I would totally recommend it. Same for the Bloom Chenille. I mean, $3, that's incredible, y'all. $5 a skein normally, you're going to get some really good savings there. So I definitely recommend stocking up on those. We're going to roll into some of the other types of yarns now. A chenille girly, I really can't tell you a whole lot on like the worsted weight and acrylic yarns, cotton yarns. I'm sorry, y'all. I've just not gotten there in my life where it's really my priority or love. I do enjoy some of theirs. For instance, let's see if we see this in here. I don't see it on the first page. Let me grab it for you. It's their Poppy, Premier Poppy. I do use this and I love this. Oh my goodness, for hats. It is beautiful. All of the different colors that they come up with and that they have. It's very thick, so it works up very quickly. That's normally my complaint with acrylic and cotton yarns. I don't want to work on the same project for 5 weeks, y'all. I want to get it done and I want to move on to the next thing. So to me, I want something that's heavy, that's thick, that's bulky, that I can work up quickly and move on to the next one. So that is why I love the Poppy. I definitely recommend it. I know that this was on sale recently, but I expect to see almost every popular type of yarn at the very least on this sale. They've been advertising it for days now. So they're making this out like it's going to be the big shebang. So I expect them to make it the big shebang. I expect them to really go full force with this. I'm sorry. I keep looking at myself instead of looking at y'all. So don't call me out for that yet. I will work on it. Again, this is new to me. But let's move on to the next thing. I think I've talked y'all to death about the different types of yarn that I like. I have these super cute fruits. I've been seeing a lot of cute patterns that incorporate them. I love this chunky candy. I think that this is going to be another one like the poppy that I'll really love if I do want to explore some of the acrylic. So I think this is going to be one for me to look at for sure. $8 and you're getting 3 skeins. I like skeins. I can't do skeins. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll try. That is just me. I don't know for sure if I'll get the candy, but I do like it. That's really cute. This, I am totally on board with the Minikins, the chenille granny square pieces. Now, $6 is also what they had a bag of 3 for not too long ago. So this is, again, a sale that we're seeing repeating for this big bash. It wasn't done in conjunction with a ton of other things like this. I think this is going to be one of our few times this year that we'll see a big sale. Probably again around Black Friday, they'll do something like this. I don't expect, other than that, for us to see another big bash. But that being said, these Minikins are something that they've had at $6 for a bag of 3 before. Doesn't mean I'm not going to take advantage of it, though. My hubby's going to just have to ignore the bill on this one. It's an investment. So moving on to the next one, I am super excited about this. And y'all, I'm reacting in real time. I have not seen these yet. I've been covered up with my work. I am taking a quick lunch to record this for y'all. And so I promise this is my real reaction, but I am so excited for this retro velvet bag of 3. This is a huge discount. Look at this, $12 and you get 3 skeins of it. $4 a piece. And let me tell y'all, these are huge. Let me find mine on my shelf and I'm going to show you. Okay, here we go. The label's a little off because I just pulled it out of my shelf. But look how huge this is. It's gigantic. This is, for comparison, this is an XL. This is the XL sprinkles compared to the retro velvet skein. I mean, that's ginormous. I am showing you guys the almond, by the way, in case you're curious what color this is. And it's 280 grams, 306 yards. Y'all, you can do a lot with this. And it is a good weight. It is definitely thinner than the Parfait Chunky, substantially thinner than the basics, but it's still like a beautiful color. I love how soft these are. I know when it comes to like the basics, the Parfait Premier Basic Chenille, that's like some of them are rough, some of them aren't. Retro, every color that I've gotten has been very soft. It's very consistent, just like Parfait Chunky, the softness regardless of the color. I definitely recommend this one. If you are a supporter or a lover of velvet yarns, definitely a great one. Now, it does look like they've limited the colors that are available in the bag of 3, and that's kind of understandable. They're probably clearing out what is the overstock. But that being said, I'm sure you could get individual skeins as well. With these being so huge, unless you are a market person, you probably don't need or want that many of these very large skeins. I personally don't do markets. I make customs that are commissioned pieces from people or things that I really love and like, and then I post them as drops. So to me, having a big bulk of a color is kind of risky because I don't know if I'm actually going to use it. So we'll see if they have them individually listed in here for people like us. But if you do markets, 100% that is a great deal for you to explore. Again, we've got some beautiful acrylics and worsted weight yarns in here. There's our poppy. This is not a good deal, y'all. This is not a good deal on the poppy. I just have to say it. I would not recommend going with this. I would wait. I saw it cheaper than this just a week or two ago. So this deal is definitely not a great one. You're just saving $1 off a skein. It is a beautiful color, but there's not a whole lot to them either. It's 150 grams, which is a good size now that I'm reading the grams, but it's only 98 yards. So for one hat, it took me 2 skeins just about of the poppy. I would say like 1.5 skeins is what it took me. Now, I made that hat a little too big and it was like freaking ginormous. So you could probably do 1 skein or less and get a good size hat. That being said, if you're wanting to make a sweater, a shawl, or anything else that's going to take a substantial amount of yarn, while I totally recommend this, especially for sweaters and winter garb, I would not recommend you buy it right now. I would wait and see for it to come down. When I bought it, it was a really great sale. It was around winter time. I believe it was in January of this year that I purchased it. And I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, so I'm not going to quote the price. If I find it or remember it, I will pop it up on the screen for you guys. But definitely was a lot less than $1 off. Like I said, I just recently saw it for even cheaper than that. Moving on, Stitch Please. These are beautiful, but again, not spectacular prices on these. I also have some of these in my stash here. So we've got, that's not the Stitch Please, that's L. Give me 1 second to grab my Stitch Please. Okay, so here are 2 of them that I got earlier this year. I got the, let's see, this is Hot Pink and Are You Red E? And they are the wool chunky of the Stitch Please. I also have had the Superwash Chunky as well. Now, I've not used the extra fine versions. They are nice. What I love about these is that you can actually wash these and they're pretty reasonable with the care instructions for the Stitch Please line, especially the ones that are like super wash. So I would definitely look for that label super wash if you want something that's easy to care and manage for any of your products that you're making. But that being said, I feel like this is an average sell price for what those tend to be throughout the year. Then I haven't used this. I'm really interested in trying it out at some point. Again, I'm really not that impressed with the prices. They're great deals. Don't get me wrong. If you use this yarn regularly, go for it. Hop on it. You're going to love that you're getting a discount. But what I will say is that I think that there are going to be sales throughout the rest of the year that are equal, maybe even greater when we get closer to fall and Christmas time. Moving on, skipped over the ones at the bottom and I'm skipping through these. These are standard items. Like I see these in the value deals every single week. If you don't go through here often, it would be worth giving it a look. This Bloom Chunky Big, that is a really good deal, 50% off on that. Again, that's also been in here for a while. I don't know for sure if it's been the same price in here, but it's been in here for a week or two from what I recall. And all of these other skeins, to be honest, they're ones that are in here consistently. I'm not seeing anything new in these latter pages. So going back to the first page, I'm actually a little disappointed. I expected to see my Premier Basic Chenille, my Premier Parfait Chunky, like I see the glitz in here, but I don't see any of my standards. So let's see, maybe it's just not showing on this page, and let's go look at them and see what is available and if they are at a good price. So flipping over here, Parfait Chunky, note full price. They just had that on sale not that long ago, as well as the pom-pom, and I am kicking myself for not snagging it up. I wish that I did so bad. Also, y'all, let me know what you think about the new Parfait XL pom-pom. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It is not equal to the regular size pom-pom. If you've seen anybody working with it, like the color specs, they're, yeah, you can see it on this one really well. Like they're not really like embedded into the yarn. I don't know how I feel about this one. Let me know what y'all think. If you have any cute patterns, link them down below as well. I would love to see what you guys have that uses this yarn and if it is a good option for me to snag right now while it's at a pretty decent price. But I'm really disappointed to see that Parfait Chunky's not even on here, or the Pom Pom. Those are popular ones that people love to have. Hopefully they'll have them on sale again here soon. I purposefully did not take advantage of the 2 sales because I thought that they would do something like this during the summer, and I just assumed that they would have these as part of the sale. Maybe they'll add more as the time goes on with the sale, like maybe they'll incorporate them. But yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in that. And as well, like with the basic chenille, you've got the multi is regular price, tie-dye's regular price, and I'm sure our solids, which are in here, are regular. Yeah, they're regular price as well. So a bit of a letdown when it comes to those. They've got to be the bread and butter of Premier. So the fact that they're not really covering them does disappoint me a little bit. But let's recap. Let's go to the main page. So we do have some amazing sales here, and I don't want to detract from that. Like, this is awesome. I'm so thankful, grateful to Premier for the sale that they're doing. I'm definitely going to take advantage of the Parfait XL, of the Bloom Chenille. I'll probably even grab a couple of the Glitz because I've not worked with that one before. And I may grab a couple more of the XL sprinkles. I doubt it, but I'm 100% on board for the Minikins, and I am grabbing that this time. But if there's anything else that you think I missed in this, you would like me to cover next time, just let me know. I really enjoyed going through this sale with you guys. And if there's anything that I missed, just drop it in the comments and I can make another video like this and follow up with you guys later this week if Premier decides to expand the sale and drop anything new. Otherwise, happy crocheting. I'm not going to say happy hooking. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed going through this sale and showing you guys what Premier has done. They've done a great job with this. I do have a link in the description that you can follow for 10% off your order. If your favorite yarn is not on sale, you can follow that link and at least get a little bit of a savings there. Even if you want to take advantage of one of these savings, I would love for you to follow that link. That is my affiliate link, and it does benefit me for full transparency if you follow that link. So if you would follow the link in the description to go check out all of these sales and purchase what you are looking for, I would love you forever for that. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want me to do another one like this. Have a great day, y'all.